could use easily, because the fact that he's had such like a limited probably range of motion, you can't overly stretch him, right?
Right.
So how do you apply pressure?
Slow and firm, and up here through the clothes, and then here just dry.
Yeah. I'm actually mentally like I'm trying to think of like how would I address that, because I know it would be different if he were here and I could just work on him in that physical space. But is the main issue that you're trying to put pressure to like the posterior cervical paraspinals, and like he's not in a face rest, so you can't really.
Right. So I'm trying to. He needs to strengthen these and loosen these.
And then, because you're a massage therapist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach him to strengthen the stuff that's weak because it's out of your scope of practice in Texas, and they'll take away your license and your livelihood for helping people. So go ahead, continue.
I've told him what he can do, but he doesn't do it.
She knows what I'm teasing. So when you work on him, you can't press too much on his shoulders.
Right.
And then what makes him feel better?
The lotion and all the attention to all the other parts that everybody else loves, the traps, the levators, erectors. But
And then is this chair like adjustable? Does it move at all?
he's in a lazy boy.
Lazy boy.
So he'll
Oh, okay.
scoot up for
I was
me
thinking
and-
wheelchair.
No.
Yeah.
He'll scoot up and I can do some of the back work. But this is the stuff that I'm having the most issue with.
Is it
And
possible to
this.
get him on a mat at all?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. So that's factoring in. You asked like a real complex question.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So I'll do some neck work on you,
Okay.
and then like see what I can do. Of course, you're more mobile than he is, but scoot forward on this man a little bit.
Do I need my hair in a ponytail?
No, I'm just going to move it around. So a lot of people, if I was doing seated work, and he's probably not going to be like this, if I hook my knees right there, how's that?
Good.
There we go. But see, he's in a lazy boy. You can't do this. Mm-hmm. But just like that, right? Mm-hmm. And then do you like more to the right or more to the left?
You're perfect right there.
I'm perfect. I'll say that. My detractors, if I post this on Facebook, they're going to be really angry. I posted a meme in a group, and the guy said, "This meme is as original as the Thai massage you stole."
Wow.
And then I'm going to go, what is Thai massage? What is stolen? How do you define your terms? And he's like, screw you, sir. And I'm like, well, if you don't deal with logic, I don't know what to do with you. Like, I'll have the debate with you. I'll do it on Facebook Live right now. Let's go. Debate me. It's my one true gift. Right there. Mm-hmm. Right there. The Thai massage I stole. So listen, here's what's going to happen. When I am done, Thai massage will be known throughout the land, and then I can die. And all those teachers and all those traditionalists will have plenty of students and plenty of clients, and everybody gets help, and everybody does better body work, saves their hands. How about that? Tradition, culture. Oh, right there. Right, that's dense. Is that too much pressure on your shoulders? There we go. So when he's in the chair, do you usually just stand beside him, and then are you like coming in? Because you can't do too much down, right?
Or I'm in front of him working here.
So you're in the front, like working like along the pecs and along the collarbone.
Yeah.
So if you put pressure here, can you do this?
Yes.
So he can take that,
Yes.
like this amount of pressure?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking for feedback just based on what like he would be dealing with.
Yeah.
Because typically what will happen is this, is I'll have someone, their head goes over, and I'll start to work the posterior cervical spine.
Okay.
The problem is from this position, there's all this movement, so there's not as deep a compression.
Okay.
The challenge is he's in a lazy boy, so I'm like, okay, can a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu choke hold you and then like press on the other side? Because you're trying to look for restriction, right? Typically what would happen, and I don't use seated extremely frequently, and the reason I don't is because the person is sitting upright. They have to like maintain a little bit of muscle strength and tonus to be able to sit upright, so they can't fully relax. This is more what it would look like, and this is a little more intimate. Can you open your legs out just a little bit for me? There we go. No, you can still fold them.
Okay.
Just a little bit. There we go. So if I come right here, check this out. How's that? Now, does this look like massage? Exactly.
Looks like a wrestling.
And that's part of the core issue is I can't get massage therapists to accept that you could actually work on people this way. Is that too much pressure? Now, how's it on the left side where you're pressing into my leg?
All right, there's nothing.
There we go. Because this just forms like a support, right? Because I could actually just pull you in like this, right? So I've got all this that I can work on. The problem is when you're not going to stand on the lazy boy, would be my guess. It's not too much on that left side. There we go. The Thai massage I stole. So listen, I'm a really white guy. I don't know if you noticed that. My people lack melanin. I grew up in South Louisiana. I consider gumbo part of my heritage. Did I steal gumbo? Did I steal jazz? Did I steal blues and funk? Did I steal boudin? Oh, cultural appropriation. How's that? There we go. The challenge is you're going to have to figure out, like, I was trying to think, because I actually got this, because I was trying to figure out if there was a way to do something like this. Like I support you here, you bring your head over, and then, man, your hair is great, it's curly. So then I come in from the other side like this. Now, I'm not really pulling on this side so much as just pulling back for a little bit of support and then leaning in. How's that? There we go. And all the stuff with your hand, you already know how to do. What I was looking for was bigger structures. It's like, how do we hook the elbow into the posterior cervical spine while providing him a little bit of support? Also, when I use a sheet or a towel like this, it's a little bit less intimate because I'm kind of wrapped around you. Right there. Still not too much on the left side. See, look, chokehold. You about to take her out. So the other part is, if I did reach around like this from people's standpoint, like think about how intimate it looks, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just something I think as a guy, like I have to be a little bit more cautious and aware of those things, especially when I'm dealing with female clients first time. I got booted from a couple Washington State massage therapist group because I sat on a colleague.
Okay.
In a video, of course. Yeah. They had evidence. It's like, you can't. And I'm like, you can't what? Work on people? Right there. And then I think this will work. Now that I think of it, I think there's a slightly different option. I'm gonna go to this one and see how you think this is gonna work. Because he's in a lazy boy, so you're gonna have to stand doing a lot of this. Do you still want me to work on this right side? Is that more tight than the left?
And the left is
Left is more tight? It's jealous now. Okay, so we'll go to left. So this is how I would on a mat do this. If I loop you here, now I've got this nice little handle.
Okay.
Because you're not gonna fall over. Because I've got you, right? So there's a little bit of resistance. I think in your case, what you're going to do with him is it's not going to be your knee. It's going to be your other arm.
Okay.
Because now you've got this to pull. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is it's easier with my knee, so I'm going to come in here, but I can kind of, depending on the positioning of my thigh and your arm, I can kind of hook into the tricep and then sink into the neck there. Like more to the left or more to the right?
They're both good.
Both good?
Well, he is working on the tricep.
Back over here. Over here. Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Right there? Okay. Now, if I've got this, I can still use my thumbs. But you're already doing a lot of that with him, right?
But not with his arm out.
Yeah. Now, some of the other options, again, maybe a little bit more intimate, is if I hook my arm underneath, I can actually start to get both, but now I've got this handle, because now I can reach up. Am I killing you, by the way?
Not quite.
Not quite the death? So long term, you got to save your hands, and you got to figure out how to change the biomechanics to like work on him effectively. Then the other part is if you're trying to get him to strengthen, how do you do that in session at all?
No, I just tell him what I want him to do after I leave because he wears that little neck support.
Yeah.
So I try to get him to.
So he takes that off.
Right.
Okay. So here's what I might do if you're looking straight ahead and forward. Is like when you teach him, like, are you teaching him retraction?
Yes.
So like tuck your chin, press your head back into my hand. Can you do that and provide the resistance?
Yeah.
Because you can essentially kind of combine what you think of as strengthening as like soft tissue technique within the session
Okay.
to at least give him more proprioceptive awareness of what he can do with his neck to try to help it.
Okay.
A lot of people, if I teach them retraction and I put them in more like a passive yoga pose, like yin, they get more of a sense of how it's shifting their cervical vertebra and then they want to do it more.
Okay.
If I can help them quickly, because if you or I make a suggestion for them to do exercise, they're like, that's no fun.
Right.
I don't like exercise.
Right, that's
Exercise does not give me the joy and bliss that I decide to feel in life.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Now, if you were behind the chair and you wanted to work on both sides of the neck, sometimes I'll interlace fingers. I call this like a butterfly.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is come in on both sides. Yeah. Just the heel of my hand pressing. We're always in the back and then the side of the neck. It's not really in the anterior or the front. How's that? And I think there are some additional options. I'm going to play with this and see, because he would normally be reclined. Because you're talking about the lazy boy, right?
But no, but he's sitting up straight
Always straight? He doesn't like lean back in the chair? Ever? Why?
because he's got. Oh, that's a bit much. He's kind of like this, and
It hurts his back?
yeah.
So if you take him and lean him back
I don't.
at all, because he'll never get up, or
He's like this. He's older.
Yeah.
And the compression fractures are in like mid back.
So that's why.
And he's got bed sores back there. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
okay.
never lean.
So that gives me more.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I mean, no, because you have to work with where he's at.
Right.
Like, if he was here, it would be a different story, and I'd be much more creative and just trying to play with the furniture or whatever else. Sometimes, probably, what I was hoping he would be able to do is I was hoping you'd be able to hook your forearm in and then pull him in. But if he was actually on the lazy boy, it means that you can rest your arm to the back. Does that make sense?
Right.
So, do you want more pressure, like, out to the side?
I feel pressure where your forearm is back there,
Yeah.
at the occipital ridge. That, No,
And
it feels great.
There you go. So would you
Yeah.
want more pressure on this side as opposed to the other?
Where? This side?
Left or right?
Right.
Right, there we go. And then do you want more pressure up high, or is it more down low?
High.
High.
Your elbows on?
No, my elbow's way over here. I'm just pushing her into my ulna, basically, or the soft part of the inside of my arm right there. How's that? There we go. Up or down?
Up.
Oh, with my bracelet?
Right there? There we go. Because again, if I'm hooked right here, now what happens if you retract into me?
That's good.
See, because this is the thing, you're trying to get him to strengthen, but you're trying to kind of sneak it in with the soft tissue work to like trick him into thinking, well, this feels good, I like doing this.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things is, if I teach people yoga, they don't want it because they're like, this is exercise. But if I give them massage, they want it because it makes them feel better and I'm interacting with them. And I'm like, so why don't we do both? And they're like, what? What is that? And I'm like, I'm an American. We created jazz here. We can improvise and change things. Why don't we make more effective forms of healing and body work? Then they're like, you can't do that. That's impossible. And I'm like, tell Hiroyuki Sakai he can't combine French food and Japanese food and see what he says to you. Right there. There we go. But this, of course, I have to brace my arm, so there's like a lot of work through my shoulder, I'd probably come out and then like switch it up.
Okay.
Does it give you anything to do with him?
It does, because I can certainly do that last thing. 'Cause
Could you do it for a second?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Go get a